At piece 1, there is something in your life that has become too small for who you're now becoming. So you feel like you've done your best to make it work. You've adjusted. You've accommodated. And you've even told yourself, just be patient. But something keeps pressing against these edges. So what stands out here is that this doesn't feel like a crisis. It feels more like growth. The copper moves beyond the boundaries instead of staying in one place. And in the same way, part of you may be reaching for more space, more honesty, more freedom than you've allowed yourself to have before. This isn't about throwing everything away, though. It's about recognizing that you've changed. And once you've recognized that, it's hard to go back to fitting inside the old version of yourself. The question this piece is asking you is, where in your life are you asking for more room? It seems like you've been trying to make sense of something. Maybe it's a situation, maybe it's a relationship, or maybe it's just a chapter of your life that still doesn't feel completely settled. The interesting thing about this is that this piece isn't asking you to solve the puzzle. It's asking you to notice the pattern. And not every answer arrives all at once. You know how sometimes understanding comes in pieces? Like a conversation here you may have overheard, or a realization there, an experience that suddenly helps something else make sense. You see, the copper moves through the gaps rather than eliminating the gaps. And that's what this feels like. You may be closer to understanding than you even realize. And that's not because every question has been answered, but because you're beginning to see how the pieces connect. And so the question that this piece, number 2, is asking you is, what are you ready to understand differently? In other words, what are you looking to understand from a different perspective? If you pick piece 3, you've reached a point where clarity matters more than approval. Something about this piece feels simpler. It's more direct. It's more settled. The copper doesn't wander around piece 3. It just simply moves through it. And there's a sense of knowing what belongs and what doesn't. This feels connected to a season of making choices. And it's not about dramatic choices. It's more about intentional ones. And when you think about it, it's about where your time goes, where your energy goes, and who gets access to you. And you may find yourself less willing to carry things just because you've always carried them. And this is not out of anger. It's just out of being more clear with yourself. More clarity comes through. And the question that this piece is asking you is, what are you finally ready to put down? Let me know which piece you chose and what stood out to you, and I will see you on the next Pick a Piece.